Hi everyone, this is Jermaine Hill with Freedom Hill Properties. Today we are going to break down the numbers behind the latest video that you guys saw of the property that we purchased that had all the pottery and all the vegetation overgrowth on the property. And we actually got a comment from a viewer on our YouTube page who wanted to know the numbers. So here, we're going to break down the numbers for you today. So this lead came in from our direct mail campaign. It was a wife and husband who were looking to get rid of their property that they kind of let go over the years. They both became elderly and they could not maintain the property anymore because of the size and just all the upkeep that was required to maintain the property. The owners actually moved next door from the property and decided, hey, when they got their letter, why not? Let's just go ahead and just sell this one. And so the seller and I, after we went out there to go view it, the seller gave us the heads up that the property was going to be in really bad shape. And so we knew that it was going to be, from the word of the seller, that it probably wasn't going to be in the best shape. But we did not care because we came to a price of $15,000 for the property. Now, why was this a good price? Because this was 1.9 acres. It was already a mobile home on it, so the land was already developed. It had the septic tank and actually had two septic tanks because there used to be another mobile home that was on the property. So they used to have two, but they ended up removing that one some years later. And it also had access and connected to county water and sewer. And it also had electric. So you had all the improvements of the land and it set on 1.9 acres. So we felt like it was a great deal, even though the mobile home wasn't in the best shape. So $15,000 purchase price was what we paid for the property. Okay, we're excited. We got the property under contract. So what's next? The next thing, once we got the property under contract from the seller, was to figure out how we're going to fund the deal. And so this deal, we decided to reach out to our investor who we've done some deals with prior, and we sent over the information to her through text message, asked her if she was interested. She said that she was. So then we went ahead and sent over what we've created as a template we call our deal opportunity sheet. Kind of gives the breakdown of the deal and also the potential profit that the investor could make of this particular deal if they decided to invest. We sent that over to her and she gave the okay that she would be willing to invest. Now the rehab costs end up being $20,079.09 for the total rehab. Our investor actually came to the closing table with $10,000 that went towards the rehab costs. Not only did she come up to the table with the $15,000 to purchase the property, but we agreed that she would also put in an extra $10,000 that will go towards the rehab costs. So all we had to do was just come up with the remaining costs to finish the rehab. Now, the goal with this property was to make it rent ready. We knew once we put that property on the contract, and even prior to that, who our end buyer would be. So that's very critical as you do real estate deals, is know who that end buyer will be. So we knew the end buyer would be more than likely somebody that would buy the property and rent it out to someone who could be interested in buying the property, but in living in the property because it's set on 1.9 acres. But it ended up being both. It ended up being a combination of both, and we'll discuss that later as we get towards the end of this video. All right, so for this property, the rehab took 5 weeks to complete. And once we were done with the rehab, my realtor came out to the property to view it. We did a walkthrough with her, and we've used this realtor before on previous deals, and we actually use her for all of our projects here in South Carolina. And we both, after talking through it and doing the walkthrough, came up with a sale price of $67,500. And we put it on the market, and within 3 days, we actually had the property under contract with the buyer. And that buyer ended up being someone who bought the property for his daughter, and his daughter was married to someone where their family lived across the street from the property. So we knew that they were excited about having it, and we knew it was pretty much a done deal that it was going to go to the finish line because his son-in-law family lived across the street and they wanted to be in that neighborhood. So the property goes under contract within 3 days, and we get to the closing table without really any hiccups at all. And the gross profit from this deal was $26,493.43. Now, this is just a gross. This is not net profit. And so our net profit with our agreement with our investor was a 75-25 split. So 75% went to Freedom Hill Properties and the 25% profits went to our investor. And our investor, their net profit was $5,298.74. That is a 21.19% return on their money. Freedom Hill Property, our net profit, $21,194.74. So this was purchase, rehab, and close, funds dispersed, all within 64 days. And this was our Pottery mobile home deal and the breakdown of the numbers. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you like these type of videos, please like and subscribe and leave a comment below. If you are someone that wants to learn more about our investor deals, please feel free to reach out to us, or you can reach out to me personally at Jermaine@freedomhillproperties.com. And until next time.